Cheers. Cheers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the Cheers Comics podcast. And this week, two of your friends are going to kick back a cold and talk about their favorite comics of the year. If you like that, then grab a beverage and join me, one of your hosts, Justin Jones, followed with the unbelievable Brian Wayne.
Yo.
How's it going, man?
Great, man. Happy almost New Year.
Happy pretty much New Year.
Yeah, it's almost here. Like, this is the last podcast of 2018 for us, our first podcast, so we're going to end it in a different manner, and we're going to jump on the fucking bandwagon of talking about our favorite stuff.
Yeah, we made it past 10.
Yes.
Fucking milestone, man.
Yeah,
cheers.
Cheers again. Fucking, you have a can, I have a bottle, you didn't hear that, but cheers. There were very few books that released last week. We're going to talk about a couple of them. Yeah, no, give us time to like catch up on some stuff, and
definitely
holidays kick our butts and whatnot. So, I mean, reading 30 books a week, 30 plus books a week, it's kind of tiring. So it's nice to just have a few to.
Oh, I still did a lot of reading, just not mandatory this week. I did a lot more binge reading.
Yeah, exactly. Not out of necessity.
Right.
But, yeah, man. I think we should talk about at least a couple of the books, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Show.
What do you want to start with?
Uncanny X-Men, just because it's, I mean, been going weekly, no reason to break it now. Plus, this issue was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Number 7, Matthew Rosenberg, Ed Brisson, Kelly Thompson, Pepe Perez, and Rachel Rosenberg. Cover by Elizabeth Tork. So, and it's a cool cover, too, because it's definitely
all the Apocalypse young team.
So what's going on here is, hey, remember in that last issue when Legion flashed back
X-Men and the young team?
Yep, and the trainees. Well, here they are. He got them back in the Age of Apocalypse, and these guys got new powers and whatnot. And that's what you're getting out of this book, is it's strictly just this new team in the Age of Apocalypse with X-Men. And apparently, like, some time has passed, seemingly.
A couple months.
Yeah.
I mean, the main takeaway here really is the character design and this place setting.
For sure. Let's see. What's it setting up for the next issue? Really, I forget.
So we have half the team split. Half of them want to work with X-Men to get back to their own time. The other ones say, no, this is our chance to stop him.
And honestly, like, it seemed like this trainee team has been split from the very beginning, since the introduction. Like, they've all had different moral values. Like, a lot of them weren't sure about re-recruiting Multiple Man back, and a lot of
or Legion,
or actually going along with Legion's scheme. But,
right.
So yeah, it's been a pretty divided team from the beginning.
Sure, they're learning to work together.
Yeah, and exactly. But it carries over into this Age of Apocalypse, so some of them are following X-Men. The X-Men is powerless here.
Yep.
So that's kind of a little twisty poo going on.
Yeah, I mean, we end off with Armor, who is trying to work with him to get back to their own timeline, finally agrees, and now it looks like she's about to kill him. We'll find out next issue.
And I think that's really that's right. That's the dilemma in this book. Is half the team is like, well, we need him to get back, but if he goes back, then, you know,
he's gonna fuck us up again.
Right. But if he's here, we could take him out because he's powerless. But if we take him out, then there's no way to get back.
Right.
And then it ends with Armor seemingly flipping her script and going, you know what, I changed my mind, and she's attacking poor old fucking what's his name, Nathan Summers? No, I don't know, X-Man. That's why they call him X-Man. But yeah, no, so it's continues on. This series has been great through 7 issues. We've only got 3 more issues of it going weekly after this, but these guys have been killing it.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining read so far.
For sure.
You want to go into DC now?
There was no DC.
Oh, there was no DC.
Yeah, no DC last week, buddy.
What else do you have from
there was a wedding. And if anything,
how could I forget?
Consider this the news. Finally a wedding that worked out as planned, eh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is actually, the story was good. I mean, not actually, like, I was surprised, but it was a story that was well told. For a second, I thought they were gonna fuck with us. They didn't.
Yeah, they're at the end. You're like,
Yeah. And this is like 40-some pages, so we're definitely not gonna spring all the way through this. There's a lot of memorable things going on here.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing with this is like I think the writer. Oh yeah, let's give fucking shout out Dan Slott, Aaron Cooter, Marte Garcia, Eric Arcienega, and Michael Allred, along with Adam Hughes, cover by Assad Rabiq. And yes, no, it's a pretty fucking awesome cover. But yeah, so and seemingly it looks like it's the bachelor party,
Right.
And you get a whole slew of cameos. You get Black Panther in the cage, and Thor brings the beer.
Yeah.
Talk about import.
You got your man Tony Stark at the end.
Yeah, Tony Stark. He pays the bill.
Yeah.
Fucking. So yeah, like the whole time, things just adamant, no shenanigans. Like no supers.
Shenanigans.
He wants a small wedding, no shenanigans. Well, as they approach the wedding, now keep in mind, there's like a whole bachelor party. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in this, but
definitely.
The biggest takeaway is like Reed Richards seems to be like shunning the whole party
As
scene.
he do all the time.
Yeah, he doesn't show up to the bachelor party. He's running late for the wedding, and even
busy working on something.
Yeah, and so they're on their way to the wedding, and all of a sudden Reed Richards shows up in the Fantastic car, and he's like, "See, I got this shit, like I'm here," and that was a pretty cool little thing. And the wedding starts, and then there's shenanigans, but it's like, oh shit, like this is actually I'd be okay with these shenanigans. Dr. Matt fucking Doom.
Yeah, Dr.
Doom. Like, Galactus is about to eat my beloved Latveria,
yeah.
and and then everyone's like, oh shit, we're needed. And then Reed Richards saves the motherfucking day.
Yeah, pauses time just long enough for them to have their ceremony.
He pauses time for 4 minutes in order for them to finish the ceremony, and it's awesome, and they're married.
Yeah.
And then they go off to fight fucking Galactus. Like that's.
As you knew there'd be something.
Dude, that was cool. I really did dig this. And I like how it like flashed back to Kelly Thompson's bachelorette party thing in the wedding issue.
Definitely.
I love that flashback where they're describing the stripper to her. She's like clockwise and now counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's definitely the funniest panel of the week for me. Like easily, there's no probably easily the funniest panel of the week.
No doubt.
Yeah. But I think that's really all there. I mean, there was other issues that came out. We had Superior Spider-Man. He's back.
Yep.
But it's kind of like a typical #1. Like, there's not a whole lot of talking points.
Yeah, we had another X-Force, but again, we don't really have a whole lot to say about it this week.
Yeah, X-Force. Yeah, I definitely want to read a second issue to get a better grasp. It seems like we just got an X-Force team of evildoers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Got some cool characters in there.
Yeah,
we'll see how it develops.
But it was a very minimal week as far as releases go.
Yeah, but it's the end of the year.
It is.
We want to talk about our favorite things of the year.
And that's really what this whole thing is about, is celebrating a year's worth of work. These creators work their dicks and boobies off to be able to give us this content that a lot of people talk so much shit about. And they still keep doing it. And I say cheers to that, man. Because fucking
Cheers.
It's hard being a creator. Yeah, for sure. Cheers. Sorry, I'm pouring my beer as I'm cheersing. Here, I'm not gonna cheer. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. So, I mean, it's not like it's a new idea by any means to do a year-end countdown or review or anything.
I'm pretty sure we're the first ones to ever think of it.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So where do you want to start off?
Let's start out with. There's a lot of.
You want to make the first one talking about first issues?
Let's do that.
All right. What was your favorite first issue of the year?
It was a year of reboots and re-releases and relaunches, so there was an abundance.
There was.
Of issue #1s, especially in the world of Marvel. DC had their share of reboots. Image came out with a whole lot of new Image #1 titles.
Yes, they did.
Like bombarded us, and not in a bad way. Like I'd say everything I read was pretty fucking good.
Definitely.
At least as far as indie #1s go. So yeah, but
Who's the king of the crop?
For me, it was actually an indie one, number one. My favorite issue, number one. It was fairly recent. I bet you if I thought a little bit harder, I could think of something. But this last one, like, really grabbed me by the boo-boo. And it's Middle West.
Middle West. Oh,
number
good
one,
choice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah. Jorge Corona's art was amazing. Scotty Young is still proving to be just as good as a writer as he is as he is an artist. So.
No, I agree, for sure.
The issue is full of emotion. It left so much to be desired in a good way.
I left the first issue with a bunch of questions that I was honestly interested about. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, and it's an exciting issue, number one, for a brand new type of story. It is amazing. And to that, I drink. Cheers.
Cheers. Again, can.
Yeah. What about you? What was your issue number one?
I'm just gonna have to go with my gut instinct and my first instinct on this one. I'm gonna say Die with by Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hans, and Clayton Cowles. I love this one. I loved the art. I know you weren't as big of a fan of it as I was, but yeah, I really loved it. I think it sold the style of the story for me. This darker, more obscure but adult story, and I love D&D, and it just grabbed my attention. That is the one I'm most anxiously waiting for number 2.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm still pretty stoked on where this series is going, especially with there only being one issue out there.
Right.
So that's the only one you have to choose.
I mean,
from.
maybe that's why it's king for me, because I haven't had another one to follow it up on, so all that anticipation is there. But that's the one I'm gonna go with.
It really is a great choice. So both of our issue number ones go to indies this year.
Yeah,
that's pretty big, considering that Marvel was so heavy.
We can't talk about just one. You got any honorable mentions?
The first issue of Punisher was amazing.
Ooh, yeah, good choice.
Like it immediately sold Punisher on me. Matthew Roseberg and Simon. I'm gonna butcher the name. Kudansky. Sorry. But yeah, no, it's awesome shit. Another one off the top of my head was Old Man Hawkeye number 1. Was pretty fucking awesome.
Good pick.
It was good enough for me to I got it. I think I said this on the last podcast. Actually, I got issue number 1 in the mail in like a random sampler pack.
Right.
And when I saw the title, I was like, wow, reaching. And I opened it up and I saw the art flipping through, and I was like, whoa. And then I read it and I was like, oh fuck, do I like Hawkeye? And
that's what did it for you.
Yeah, man. So those are definitely like 3 off the top of my head I have to throw out there as number ones. But what about you?
Everybody knows I'm a big indie guy, so I have to give it to man, Rob Gilroy for sure. I loved Farmhand. I love Farmhand.
Farmhand's up there for me for sure.
And I could go on and on. But that's all I'm going to give you for indies. For Marvel, I would have to say, God, it's going to have to be a tie between. No, I'm going to give that one to Winter Soldier. That's one I'm really waiting for number 2.
Okay, cool.
I really like that one.
Yeah, it
was just the Bucky I know and love, and it's just really setting him up.
Sweet, I like that.
And DC would be Martian Manhunter. I'm so stoked. So stoked.
Right on.
Yeah.
I don't think I said any DC books for a number 1, but if I did, it would probably be Bendis' Superman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, for good reasons that I'll explain later, honestly. There's more to talk about that. But yeah, as far as a DC, I don't know, Justice League Dark was pretty fucking dope too. I don't know. There's good stuff.
Alright, you want to move on to favorite event?
Well, let's talk about a favorite event. This is not going to be a popular decision by any means on my part.
Oh.
But
you have me intrigued.
It's only because deep down, when they announced this certain thing happening, deep down, I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't happen.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And it was the Bat Wedding.
I knew it!
The Bat Wedding, man. Deep down, right before issue 50 came out, I was able to meet Tom King, and it was right before the wedding dropped.
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted so bad. I wanted to be like, it's not happening, is it? It's not gonna happen. It's gonna. Oh, please! I just wanted to beg him, like, please, just tell me, whisper. And he didn't have to tell me. I was the only person super excited that event was a bust.
Yep.
100 fucking variant issues go out. People, like, people spent a fuck ton of money on a no, and I love it. And that is why that was my favorite event, because everybody bought into it. Everybody bought into it. And deep down, I was like, I bought fucking the one issue, a regular cover A, and I had to go out and buy the goddamn Francesco Mattina variant only because it's a Francesco Mattina variant. Like, regardless if it was the wedding or not, I would have bought the fucking variant. There was some amazing art out there, don't get me wrong, but I knew better.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. That's why that was my... Like, to me, deep down, I was like, I might be good at this. I might be good at comic booking. If that makes any sense. That's a weird statement to make, but count it, happy, super happy. So yeah, no, that was definitely... What about you?
I'm going to be much more simple. Mine was just out of pure fun and enjoyment. I loved Infinity Warps. I mean, they weren't like the greatest books, but I just loved them. All these different mashups, they appealed to me.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Right on. No, it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of imagination going on. And the way that the Infinity Wars title seems to be ending is that the Warps universe is still going in the Soul Stone.
It's still a thing.
We're gonna get more. We're gonna get more of these stories. I hope we actually get just like a linear world inside the Soul Stone. Like, give me a 12-issue fucking maxi series of these guys, like with.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
But without it being an event, just like or just give me an alternate universe, and fucking bring them in every once in a while. I think it'd be cool to, like, if Thor and Tony actually met up with Ironhammer. Like, yeah. I think that, can you imagine the fucking dialogue of Jason Aaron writing that? Bring that the fuck on. Yeah, no, that'd be fun to tie them into an Avengers title or something like that. For sure.
Well, if you don't have anything else on that one, how about we tie this into which one was your favorite Infinity Warp?
Mashup?
Yeah.
Mine was actually probably Emma Frost. It didn't last long, but it was Emma Frost and fucking Phoenix Force Wolverine.
Really? That was your favorite?
Yeah.
Huh.
Just because it was so short-lived, and I like how it was played. Loki was just like, I just need Emma Frost. Goodbye. Like, bye-bye Phoenix Force Wolverine. I just need Emma, but the fact that was just such an odd team up, and there was a lot of odd team ups, like Miss Marvel and Kang, the Conqueror. Like, that was a cool team
Definitely.
up. Fucking, there was amazing ones. Arachnite. What about yours?
So many good ones to choose from, but the one that I would have to say is my favorite, but the most entertaining for me, it blindsided me. I didn't think I would like this one as much as I did. That'd be Weapon Hex.
Really?
Yeah, I loved Weapon Hex. It was really entertaining. You have a ton of different mashups, a lot of little cameos. You got Hellcat, you got Punisher, you got everybody mixed in there, and like that magic Punisher was so sick. And Speed Weasel, are you kidding me?
Speed Weasel's my shit. I forgot about Speed Weasel. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Such an entertaining read.
Oh fuck, I forgot about Speed Weasel. That was good shit right there.
Yes, it was.
I remember how excited I got. That was the shit.
But there was a lot of good ones on there. There were some just okay ones, but there was a lot of good ones.
Fucking A. I think that we should move along to what our favorite team book was now.
You want me to start this one off?
Yeah, you go ahead. So, like, favorite, not necessarily team up, but just like fucking team book. So.
Oh, that's easy for me.
Yeah?
I mean, Marvel is the king of teams, and their king of teams is Avengers, for sure.
Yeah, no, we gonna tie on this one for sure. This is probably my favorite Avengers team I've ever seen.
I agreed.
A lot of people bitch at the way She-Hulk is now, as like being dumb or whatever. I like it. I like Jason Aaron writing a dumb She-Hulk quite a bit, actually. I think does a great job with Jennifer Walters.
Yep, Jennifer Walters.
Yeah.
So she's still the super intelligent Jennifer Walters, but that Hulk is still that primal essence. Like, yeah, she's in control, but it's a different creature still.
Robbie Ghost Rider, dude.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
fucking cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
this team is it's amazing.
It's expansive.
And Cap is you got Cap and Iron Man and Thor, like you got your Trinity, like,
right?
So
but you got T'Challa still. You got
Panther,
Captain Marvel.
And Doctor Strange is on standby.
Yep.
He's a bench warmer. One thing that I can't wait to see is Blade. Blade is an Avenger
we're gonna get plenty of him.
We are
I'm
gonna
sure.
get Blade. And you know what? You know what really I admire about this team is the fact that Jason Aaron has made Captain Marvel a likable character for me. Because I've never been, I'm going to say it, I'm not a big fan of that character. Everything I've ever read, she's kind of come off as like, not the view that I stand by.
Okay.
So I've never been a big fan of her just because of how she's been written. Well, it just goes to show when in the right hands of a right writer, you could change your mind. And Jason Aaron, like, especially in issue 11, how she's like grilling Robbie on like studying up on villains and
definitely.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is Captain Marvel that I like. Like she's running
that more
shit, but
serious character,
right.
but still with a good personality.
Yes, a lot more likable. Like she's firm, just as firm. Doesn't give in. She's not a gushy person by any means.
No.
But she doesn't come off as like, if you don't go by what I say, I'm gonna, kill you because I'm way more powerful than you. Like, she's not throwing her shit around in this book, is what I'm trying to say.
I haven't really gotten too much of that vibe from her before. Maybe I'm just reading different books than you.
Civil War 2. Read Civil War 2.
I haven't read that.
And
yeah?
she's almost like the villain in that book. Like, in Civil War, like, between Cap and Iron Man, you can, like, almost choose a side.
Right.
But in Civil War 2, like, honestly, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't choose Iron Man in this side. And the fact that Captain Marvel, it's a crazy event, I'm not going to lie. A lot of people say I hate it. It's what got me back into comic books. I'm going to admit it. Like, that's when I jumped back on, like, at the beginning of Civil War 2. It's why I'm still reading comic books, is I liked it. I did. Fuck y'all for hating me because of it.
You own all of it, right?
I own everything there is to own that's tied to Civil War 2.
You own a lot of books around it even, don't you?
Yes, but you know what? I found out a gap. And I'm going to go ahead and admit this. Miss Marvel kept going and is ending soon. So technically, I'm about 1.5 years behind on Miss Marvel. So if I catch up on everything Miss Marvel after Civil War 2 up until now, which is only, I think, 12 or 15 issues or something like that, then I can say I own everything.
You got something to hunt for again.
Yeah, but here's the kicker. I don't like G. Willow Wilson's Miss Marvel, so I'm not super excited about it. That's why that I don't collect it or stop collecting it. It's because Miss Marvel is not my character.
Okay, I understand that. We've had this discussion
but
before.
But we will get a new creative team, giving it another shot for me soon. So, next year we're getting Miss Marvel #1 reboot, and it won't be G. Willow Wilson writing it. So I'll get another shot, and I am going to give Miss Marvel a shot.
Cool.
I want to be able to like this character. A lot of people think I'm silly for not liking Miss Marvel, but yeah. So yeah, no, that all relates to Civil War 2 and
nice.
All of that.
Do you have any honorable mentions as far as teams go?
West Coast Avengers.
Ooh, that's a good one. Another Avengers.
Fucking Gwenpool and Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, who's technically also Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Like, I like that dynamic. Fucking America Chavez found a place.
There's a lot of...
I'm so glad they found a good place for America Chavez. Shout out to Kelly Thompson, because this is amazing. And Fuse. Fuse is an awesome character, dating Kate Bishop. Yeah. Like, I think everybody on this team, except for Hawkeye, they're like all dating each other somehow. It's like an episode of fucking Real World back in '99 when it was good. But when it was good, I say...
Oh, okay.
So, seriously, shout out to...
I don't know if it was ever good, but...
No, back when it was interesting and a new thing. Like, it's hard to, like, go back... You can't go back and watch the Real World now and be like, it's good. But in comparison to everything else in the beginning, like, it was kind of a pretty new thing. And it was super popular and a cool, interesting dynamic. And what am I saying? Even in the book... That's how they're fucking funding this team, is because they're doing a Real World type of thing. So there we go.
Yeah.
That's why it would remind me of that. Kelly Thompson doing her thing. What about you? Honorable mention team books. There's some good shit out there, man. Justice League Dark.
Exactly. That's where I was gonna go to. I didn't really give it as much attention as I should have. They just kind of lost me with the whole
Swamp Thing,
Witching Hour.
Man-Bat, Zatanna, fucking Bobo. What's his name? Bobo?
The Detective Chimp.
Detective Chimp. Yeah, I keep calling him Professor Chimp. But, Detective Chimp. Oh my god, Wonder Woman, who's not magical, but she's found her place, though, and I like that. Like, after the Witching Hour thing, now the team's really starting to, like, show a dynamic. Constantine, fucking...
Yep.
Super good fucking team, man.
And Uncanny X-Men's being pretty good. They've got lots of good teams in that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
the thing
Four
is,
Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
We don't. Yeah.
Four Horsemen of Peace.
X-Men Red was an awesome team.
Right. So it was. Man, so many good teams.
What about Indies? Were there any? Indies not known for team books, dude. Indies known for
they don't
different...
really like team up with other indies. I mean, like their team is just the book usually.
Usually, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Bully Wars. I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
That's a cool team. Man.
I mean, it's not a team from other comics, but yeah, it's team based.
Yeah,
sure, I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna give Scotty Young some credit there. Bully Wars. I would call that a team. You got
You got all the Bully Wars kids.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the three nerds teaming up with the.
Okay, well, if we're gonna throw that, can I throw in Murder Falcon? Because we got a band.
Yeah, no, they're definitely getting some credit.
See. We could go on forever now on teams. I say we should move it forward.
Let's do that.
What do you want to talk about next?
How about a mini-series? So anything that's ended under 12 issues.
A mini-series that has ended under 12 issues. I'm going to have to give it to Cosmic Ghost Rider. I have to.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Donny Cates just wrote such a great story and such a great character there.
Yeah, he's setting up possibility for a lot of amazing shit. He just clearly loves writing comics. And I'm glad that we're getting to talk about Donny Cates now. Because I find it's weird that, and this like
talking about favorites, and we haven't mentioned the man has pumped out so many things.
Yeah, no, he's just the man of ideas. But yeah, no, dude, totally. Fucking Cosmic Ghost Rider is definitely an amazing miniseries.
Definitely.
For sure.
What's your number one?
Mine, a lot of people might be like, that's not a miniseries! But it ended at issue 11. And that's going to be X-Men Red.
Oh,
X-Men
really?
Red.
Okay.
That was a fucking incredible story. All the way through, that team was the shit. Honey Badger is the shit. This is where we get Honey Badger's name. So that was written by Tom Taylor. There we go. And that was just fucking good stuff, man. Good stuff. It's the way, like I said, I thought, I was hoping it was gonna go on forever. I think from the beginning of the podcast, when they announced Uncanny, I was like, no. And as soon as they axed Astonishing, I was like, this is it for me. And then they announced it, no more X-Men Red. So I'm gonna count it as a mini-series at this point because it ended.
Didn't reach maxi series.
Yes. Well, I mean, even maxi series, but it's still like it's not an ongoing. It didn't go further than 12 issues, so in my head, count it.
Right.
But there were a lot of great ones, though. There are still, even some still ongoing.
Definitely.
But, like Martian Manhunter, even though we've only got one out of that, like that's a mini series. But yeah, no, good stuff. It was a great year to jump into comics, I think.
I've enjoyed my time so far. That there's so much good new stuff and so much good old stuff. Yeah. Speaking of new old stuff, is there anything you've read that has ended, but that is older? Something that started before this year?
Yeah. So, I really like this category, because it's not really something that's a shout-out to anything that's happened this year, but something that we got to discover this year that's old. Mine is Chew. Chew opened up a whole new world of comics for me.
Good choice.
Gilroy, man.
Good choice.
That's reading Chew has been amazing. I haven't finished it, but just reading it, like if it weren't for Chew, I wouldn't be reading Farmhand. And Farmhand has been a treat and a half. Definitely. Like it's been awesome.
When are they coming back from their break?
Yeah, we got a few more months, man. We got a few more months. What about you?
Something that's ended that I've read all of that I really liked is Death in the Family. I really like Death in the Family a lot.
Wow.
By Jim Sterling.
Classic.
Yep, I hadn't read it before this year. This is actually one that I started reading before you hit me up about the podcast.
Oh, nice.
This one I'm like, you know what? I had started it, but only after a couple issues stopped. So I'm like, you know what? I found them in my closet. I want to finish reading this, so I picked up the rest of the trades.
Son of a bitch, man.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
It is.
Good stuff. Well, on still the same line of new. It's the one thing that gets people more hyped than anything when it comes to financial gain is when a new comic character is introduced. So we'll call this your favorite first appearance. Who be yours?
My favorite first appearance. Again, I'm gonna have to go with Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely tie on that. That's the low hanging fruit for sure.
Yeah, man.
To me,
such a great character. I never would have thunk it in a million years, but
when Donny Cates came out on Twitter and said like picture the voice of Bill Burr, I was like, oh my god, this is a no-brainer now, because you just picture that fucking shitty Boston fuck you accent.
that oddly fits.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cosmic Ghost Rider, Frankie Castle out in space, Herald of Galactus, and Thanos.
Trying
Daddy
to be the
Thanos.
best bad guy he can.
Daddy of Thanos.
Right.
No, that's some good comic character creating
definitely.
right there. But we have Rogal Zar too. Like that was a good one. That was a lot of people don't like Rogal Zar, but
I love his character concept.
Yeah.
The idea of him is really cool, and the design is great.
Oh, there's some good stuff there. Dude, there was a bunch, man. Crush, we got a Lobo daughter.
Yeah.
Null was a big first appearance because we got a symbiote origin now in the world of Venom.
Snowguard?
Snowguard, yeah, I haven't read any Snowguard, but she just popped up a couple months ago in Champions. The Red Goblin was a lot of people consider it a bust.
Don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he was the last run the last arc that Dan Slott did for Spider-Man before handing it over to Nick Spencer. So that was like 794 through 800 was the Red Goblin arc. And a lot of people are like 50-50 on that, but I really liked it. It's Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, being with the Carnage symbiote.
Plus, we got all those Infinity Warps. I'm counting those. All those blends, like.
No, I guess we can count those as first appearances.
Just a lot of good firsts this year.
Yeah.
And then all the indie number ones that happened. There's just.
Oh yeah.
Lots to choose from.
No, for sure. Like you could definitely count all those. Like you can count Murder Falcon as a first appearance, I guess. But as far as like financial gain wise, I think like Cosmic Ghost Rider, and his first appearance would be in Thanos number 13, I believe, to start the Thanos Wins arc. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go into some of the harder choices here. What was your favorite interior artist?
My favorite interior artist, like there are so many. There's a lot of fucking brilliant art. Like half of comics is art. So obviously,
definitely,
with all of the titles out there, there's gonna be a buttload of artists to choose from.
Seldomly do I open up a book and just off the art alone say no thank you.
But I will say that there is one artist alone. Never knew who this person was. Showed up in a book at the title that I laughed at, and then I opened it and I talked about it earlier. It was the artist for Old Man Hawkeye for the first 10 issues, Marco Cicchetto. He did all 12 covers for Old Man Hawkeye. To me, I think he was the breakout artist of the year. This guy throws down. I had the actual opportunity to watch him live draw at Comic-Con this year.
Nice.
That motherfucker loves his shit. Like, you walk up to him, and he straight up, he was like, I'm inking, hold on. And I was like, gladly, like, I don't mean to interrupt, you know, I don't fucking want to see what you're doing. The dude's a fucking master. Like, he is, and he's an amazingly nice person too.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Oh yeah, no, he's amazingly nice. He's just serious about what he does. And when you're inking, you got the ink on your brush. Don't fucking waste it. Do your thing.
Sure.
It's not like he made me sit there for an hour. Fucking just waited till his brush was dry and went back. So Marco Cicchetto for Old Man Hawkeye gets my interior artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Mind blowing stuff. And even his predecessor for the last 2 issues, Francesco Mobili, killed it.
I like Mobilis. Again, I read 11 and 12 of Old Man Hawkeye, but I haven't read the first 10, so you have me salivating to go back and read those.
Look, that's Marco Cicchetto art. Like, tell me that's not...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
wow. That is detailed. Wow. Yeah. I like that.
That's good stuff, man.
Nice.
What about yours? Who's been your drawer on the insides of the years?
There are so many amazing artists, but this is one. I don't. Maybe he's been around for a decade. I just learned his name this year, but I have now associated his name that anytime I see it on a cover, I know I am in for a fucking treat, and that's Clayman.
Clayman's dope. He's been around a bit. I was introduced to Clayman in the Cycle of Life and Death, Poison, Ivy series that I read. That was a few years ago.
Well, that is one I'm going to have to put on my list to read, because he just sells a story.
That dude's amazing.
Inspiring. Very, very inspiring.
He showed up on Batman this year several times. And I think that was really his main treat, but goddamn was it
Heroes in Crisis as well.
That was I knew there was something else I've seen his name on. Heroes in Crisis,
good.
yeah. But him and Tom King have just been like a dynamic fucking duo, dude.
Oh man, those two together. Wow.
Mikel Janin is another one. Like, I gotta give him a shout out for runner up, and he's been doing Batman too. That motherfucker draws. Same with his covers. Like, I love Mikel Janin's art, man. It's so good.
A million good artists out there.
Yeah, Ryan Stegman on Venom.
Yeah,
yeah, that would be my runner-up for sure. Actually,
I like Stephanie Hans on Die. I mean, Afu Chan has proved to be a good one. Rob Gilroy, of course.
Oh yeah, Rob Gilroy.
There's a million and a half.
Rob
They're
Gilroy
all so good.
Given. Oh my God, so many. Holy shit, so many. Liam Sharp doing fucking Green Lantern.
Man,
like, that's mind-blowing art.
That volcano guy, that was inspiring. I liked that a lot.
Greg Capullo doing fucking metal. Joe Bennett doing Immortal Hulk.
Yes,
Ryan Otley doing Spider-Man.
Definitely.
Fuck, dude, I gotta make sure. Oh man, this. Joelle Jones writing and drawing Catwoman is awesome. I know you haven't been reading Catwoman. It's
a few issues here and there just because of the covers.
Well, the most impressive thing about Catwoman is the fact that it's drawn by the same writer, and anybody that could do that has fucking chops.
Agreed.
So, yeah, man, that's I don't know. I could talk about interior artists all day. That's why I read comics, is because I like picture books. And if it weren't for the artist, then there won't be no pictures.
It's true.
So yeah, I don't know. You got anything? I mean, you got any more shout outs on the? I mean, I don't know. There's just so many to fucking talk
interiors.
About.
God, I mean, I think it'd be easier for me to say the ones I didn't enjoy than it would all the ones I did enjoy. So,
right. Which are very many at all.
Yes, so many people out there. So many good artists out there.
Seriously.
What else you got?
Seriously. This one here, I want to call it the didn't see it coming.
Oh, okay.
So, like, something that, like, you might have gone in skeptical with, or, like, a twist that was just so crazy that it was like, what the fuck? Did not see that coming. And hence the name. So, what would be your moment?
Mine?
Yeah.
As I've said from episode 1, I just discovered and have finally caught up on Saga.
Okay.
And Saga is taking a break, just like our boy Rob Gilroy.
Okay.
But they left on a fucking cliffhanger.
So I understand. Issue number 52.
I don't know. It should be number 54.
54.
I don't want to ruin it for you because I really want you to get into this one, but they just ended with a very traumatic plot point for really the entire story. And I'm still trying. I just finished reading and catching up Sunday night.
Okay.
Or Saturday night.
Look at you.
And so I'm still shaking from it. I still haven't recovered. I can't believe they did this. And
I think that qualifies as a didn't see that coming moment.
Apparently we have a very long break, and I have this huge cliff just hanging over my head of how are they going to continue. If you've read Saga, you know what I'm talking about.
I gotta catch up.
If you haven't read Saga, read
I read
Saga.
volume 1.5. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna get there.
Someday. So many good books.
So much to read, man. So much. There were so many moments this year where I was like, what the fuck?
So what's your surprise?
Coming. I would say mine, and I will say that I'm gonna have to give it a tie here for two things.
Ooh, let's hear it.
The first one would be just West Coast Avengers. I do not think that West Coast Avengers, being this team as is now with this dynamic, would be as incredibly and consistently enjoyable page by page by page through, what are we at, like 4 or 5 issues now, something like that. So it's
6, I believe.
6, yeah.
I believe.
It's chugging along. Kelly Thompson surprised the
brilliant writer
shit out of me with this book. Like, I picked up number 1 just to say I tried to read West Coast Avengers. Now I look forward to it very much.
This is one you got me onto, and that dialogue is primo.
Yes. Oh yeah, she does an amazing job writing dialogue.
Great chemistry between everything that I've read so far. Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
But it also comes down to Brian Michael Bendis turning me into a Superman.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only was not a Superman fan, I disliked, and I say that past tense, I disliked Superman. I think it was the weakest point of DC, was Superman. Just didn't like the character at all. Never have in my entire life. Never liked anything he's been in. I think he's always watered down everything. And then Brian Michael Bendis got a hold of him.
Made you a fan.
And made me a fan. Now, granted, there are a couple Superman stories out there that are exceptions. Like, Death of Superman is amazing. But, like, in general, I never liked Superman. And Brian Michael Bendis, he came out with the 4-part Man of Steel, and I gave it a try. And I was like, oh shit, fucking Rogal Zar is some cool shit. Like, I like this idea. And now we're through 7 issues of Superman, and we got Zod fighting next to Superman. Superboy is... or I can never remember Superman's dad's name.
Kal-El?
Is it Kal-El?
No,
that's Superman.
Kal-El is Superman.
Yeah.
I'm the worst person to ask.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, no, it made me look forward to Superman. And these are 2 stories, like, between West Coast Avengers and Superman, I did not think I'd ever be excited about, especially Superman.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, definite big surprises. But there's one of, I think my favorite runner-up would be Blade joining the Avengers in a way that in a magnitude that we still haven't really determined yet.
Definitely.
We just know he's an Avenger. We haven't seen him yet. He's resting in the giant frozen Sentinel hideout way up in the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love the fact that Blade's going to be an Avenger.
Well,
we got this War of the Realms thing's gonna happen, so they're recruiting all they can. So that's gonna be Marvel's big event of 2019, I would say, is the War of the Realms.
I would have to say my runner-up, though, for surprises was the fact you liked the wedding issues of Fantastic Four so much. I never would have guessed. Never in a million years.
Honestly, that was a huge surprise for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you were definitely blown away that I liked it as much as I did.
That
wedding special was fucking awesome. And actually, even the wedding itself and the bachelor party, issue 650, that I read just a couple days ago. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, and Kelly Thompson was responsible for that.
The bachelorette party.
For the major part of it. Dan Slott also was responsible for the second part of the wedding feature.
Yeah.
With the puppet master and all of that. So I mean, there's a pattern there, obviously.
Good writers write good.
Thompson fucking blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Well, when I heard that Brian Michael Bendis was leaving Marvel this year, hurt real bad, because he was writing Iron Man, and that was my favorite title.
Your main man.
Like, I don't think anybody has ever captured the voice of Tony Stark better than Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, sorry, Dan Slott, you got a little bit of work to do, but Brian Michael Bendis had a lot of fucking practice too. But yeah, no, when I heard that he was going to DC, I was crushed. And then we waited for a couple of months, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, that means Tom King's getting kicked off Batman," and a lot of people were like, "Nah, he's gonna get stuck on like Harley Quinn or something like mediocre." I mean, not, but like, and I don't mean mediocre. I mean just like a lower level character. When they said Superman, I was like, anything but Superman. Like, it was just like, ugh. I can honestly say that turned. I mean, Brian Michael Bendis was my favorite writer up until that point. That's only because there was a few other books I hadn't discovered either. So it's not like that's what made him not my favorite writer anymore.
Right.
But knowing that he was writing my favorite title and not writing my favorite title,
definitely a factor.
It didn't help his cause.
Yeah.
I mean, but being as good as he is, like,
still a great writer.
That's still credit for him, and it just goes to show once again, it's not the character, it's the writer.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even necessarily the artist. Like,
for sure.
It's you could have stick figures out there, and if the writer's good enough, people going to read it. And I mean, not that there's anything. And Superman's art is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I can't think of the artist's name off the top of my head, but oh no, it's fucking incredible. But Bendis though is carrying a title, and so I guess if you had to have a gun to my head between West Coast Avengers and Superman being my biggest surprise, I guess it would be Superman.
Yeah.
But I never thought I'd like a book like West Coast Avengers because
teenage romance idols, hormonal kids. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you could almost credit Ethan Sachs and Marco Cicchetto for me liking that book, because I would not be a Hawkeye follower as much.
Sure.
It was not for old man Hawkeye.
Captured your imagination.
Kate Bishop and Clint as old people, I like that dynamic a lot, and seeing them team up again in West Coast. And I've always been very infatuated with Gwenpool.
Yeah, Gwenpool's a cool character.
Like, that was
very
definitely
funny.
The selling point was Gwenpool.
She's definitely that cherry on top.
Yeah. Her dating Kid Omega, like, that was the other team member. I forgot. Kid Omega, like. I like it a lot. You're super hipster left, whatever.
Yeah. Hipster punk.
Kelly Thompson's always gonna write, like, leftist type of characters. That's how she goes. But she writes it in an enjoyable way to not shove it down your throat. So even if you are like, I don't like anything political, I don't know why you're reading fucking comics, because a lot of that shit.
It's riddled everywhere, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's always I hate the idea of politics. But when you could do it right, like the X-Men is doing, X-Men's done a very good job throughout all these years of, like, being relatable but not shoving current events down your throat.
Right. It's relatable to the story.
Yeah. And that's why West Coast is such a surprise to me, because it seems like it would be like left. And it's just like sprinkle a little bit of that on here, sprinkle a little bit of that on there.
It makes all these characters, I guess relatable is what I'm looking for. You're able to relate to these characters, so it puts their ideas and where they're from into perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus it's funny.
Right. It doesn't hurt that there's at least 3 panels that Kelly Thompson makes sure that you laugh out loud to.
Definitely.
She does a good job. She the shit.
What else you got?
Oh, man. Speaking of panel, I think we should talk about our favorite single frame.
Ooh.
So I say that I've read close to 800 single issues this year.
That's impressive.
So with that, I have thousands of panels to choose from. And
you must have one in mind.
It's a no-brainer.
Oh.
Like, it is so far separate. Like, this image is still burned into my head. It is And the fun thing is it's from an artist that no one's ever heard of until this book.
Oh yeah.
So Old Man Hawkeye, issue number 11. Francesco Mobile, the shot of Zemo being shot up by way too many fucking arrows.
Good choice.
Dude, I cannot get that fucking image out of my head. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what Francesco Mobile is doing from here on out. I am fully on board with whatever the fuck he's doing. I love that art so much. And that panel, I can't get it out of my head. It is a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I mean, there is a lot of amazing panels. Most of everything else I would say would have to do with like being funny for me, but this one just burned into my head. What about you, man?
That would have to be a tie for me.
Yeah?
The first one I would have to say, and this is kind of cheating, it's technically 4 panels. I believe it's within the first 10 pages of issue 24 of Darth Vader, where Vader's like finally had enough of these invaders and just had all this lava spewing everywhere. Just him in the middle. It's just powerful.
I know exactly what you're talking about too, because it's not just that panel that's amazing. It's just like the next 2 pages is like Vader emerging from the flames.
Just so powerful.
Giuseppe Camuncoli fucking murdered this fucking title, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Those 25 issues of Vader, like, just ended. It's amazing stuff. A lot of people argue that it was Marvel's best title, and like I said, obviously Charles Soule, is the writer. He was the brains behind the story. But Camuncoli fucking delivered, and I honestly say that you would probably, out of that entire run, that would probably be my favorite fucking panel set too, myself, man.
Instantly when you say that, that was just a scene that comes to my mind, so I have to go with my instinct on that one for sure.
And that's, to me, that's what it's about, man. Like, when it's just like, oh, that's the first thing it's gotta be good.
But I have another one.
Yeah?
I believe it was issue number 6 of Thor. At the very, very end, after you see Loki come out of, what was the planet again?
Oh, fuck. Planet? Not Asgard.
Star-Lord's father.
Oh, Ego!
After he climbs out of his ear, and you just see that final...
Oh, my God.
That very final panel of Loki.
Oh, dude, that was a great fucking panel.
The end of everything. That one just... It was just such a powerful end. That one just sticks with me.
That is definitely one of the greatest books of the year. Maybe one of the greatest single-issue stories told of all time, dare I say.
Wow. Yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, definitely.
That's how you tell a story in 20 pages.
So many
and
panels
that art had a lot to do with it. And that panel, though, dude, you're right. I know exactly when I know exactly what you're talking about. That's good shit, man.
Good panel.
That's good shit. I would actually say my next one isn't so much about the art as it is the delivery. Like, the art's just fun. But it's when it's in Uncanny X-Men number, I want to say it's number 4 with Nightcrawler. And he goes off and he rescues, I forget who he's rescuing, but he's like, oh, something, my little elf. And you get the, like, oh, whatever. I don't remember the exact dialogue, I don't have it in front of me. But just the way that was written out, and the artist totally delivered in the way, just with the poof, the bamf, and all of that, and just the minimal design in there, like just the dark purple background.
I do remember which one you're talking about.
Dude, I laughed so hard. Any panel that Honey Badger was in was amazing.
you definitely have your bias there.
Yeah, but no, but definitely Francesco Mobile. That's
Zemo, that's a great choice. That
dude,
was a very great panel.
And like old and stroked out, and like Stephen Hawking, like talking through robot voice shit. And you gotta give it to Ethan Sachs too, because you're able to hear that panel because of the way Ethan Sachs wrote, like the lead up, to that that page.
Sure, yeah.
The panel.
I agree.
Like, I could hear that fucking panel, dude. Like, that's...
Yeah, sometimes you just start getting into those, and they read so quick.
Yep.
Time just melts by.
Yep. So it just suits well that it would, like... He would be the predecessor for the last 2 issues of my favorite interior artist. Like, it just... My favorite interior artist gets followed up by a new artist, but in the same series creates my favorite panel of the entire year. There's definitely something going there with that series, Old Man Hawkeye, for sure.
Yeah, you turned me on to that one. That's one I'm definitely going to have to revisit to the beginning.
Yeah.
But everything I've seen is very impressive.
It's good. There's not a lull at all in that series, man. Well, I think it's time we move on to the next category here. This is an important one. They're all super important, but this is the reason I consider this one slightly more important is because if it wasn't for the covers, a lot of people don't buy books.
Right.
It's the covers that pull people in. And this year, there was a year of trying new things with covers. A lot of people, don't want to always buy the Virgin cover, go out and spend $50 on the Virgin cover. So
right.
I like what DC did this year and did like the minimal trade dress thing.
Yeah, definitely.
For their variants. So you almost get Virgin covers. It's got a barcode and very minimal details at the bottom of the cover. So like quasi Virgin, if you will. Like maybe we'll call it anal.
Okay, sure.
Like,
Thought of me?
Whatever, dude. It's 2018, bro. So anyways, obviously the next category would be the cover of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And god damn was there some amazing stuff. There was some cover artists out there, strictly covers, and it's dozens to choose from. As a matter of fact, the covers this year have spawned my wall book hallway leading into our recording studio. So as you walk down into the studio known as Cerebro, it's covers. So tell me, what's yours?
My number 1 favorite cover?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it to a tie on this one.
Ooh, okay.
My first one, I'm going to have to say from DC, I loved that Batman Damned number 2 so much. That Harley Quinn Joker was mesmerizing.
No shit.
No shit.
That's
man, that one, it sticks with me. So good.
Bermejo killed it. It's incredible. As a matter of fact, I like that you said that because I bought the Batman Who Laughs Blank variant, and I'm asking my artist buddy to do something related to this particular cover that you're talking about.
Nice.
So, yes, I like that very much. It's a great cover. So shout out to fucking goddamn Bermejo.
My second one, now, unfortunately, I'm put on the spot here, and I can't remember the artist's name, but there was a Virgin variant cover for, I believe, Cosmic Ghost Rider number 4 that floored me. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, yeah, that was the shit, dude. Ah, fuck. Can't think of the artist's name. It wasn't Delato. It was,
That was the wall book that turned me on to one of my favorite characters of the year.
That was a great book.
Yeah.
And it covered your hand.
Yep.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. I have so many books to talk about.
Let's start.
But they're mostly by the same artists. So my cover of the year actually goes to Art Germ.
Really?
Yeah.
I really thought it would be Matina.
Yeah. I thought so too, to be honest. I stared at my wall of Matina. Matina has his own wall, but he actually has 2 walls to himself. I collect everything Matina. Francesco Matina is my dude.
So good.
Art Germ, I'm biased with Art Germ. I don't like a lot of his drawings. It's not necessarily that I don't like them. They're not necessarily my style. But, with a firm but,
It was Catwoman, right?
Catwoman, dude.
Yeah.
Every variant issue he's done. That's why I stress the DC variant issues. What he's done with Catwoman on these covers. All 6 of these covers have been amazing. But number 4, that cover, it's like a fucking photograph, man. Like.
Oh, yeah, I'm from talking about. Yeah, definitely.
That'll give a 12-year-old his first hard on, dude. Like that's good fucking drawing, man. Like but it's
all of them. And the one with Selena and like Batman's face like unraveling around
like
her.
a ribbon and stuff.
Yeah,
like that
one
was
too.
Incredible.
And the Christmas one. Oh yeah, definitely.
The Christmas one, dude. That one is actually a very close runner-up for me. Like that's definitely my second favorite Catwoman. I'm not gonna lie. I almost picked it as my overall.
Yeah, really?
I liked it.
That doesn't surprise me. That's also a really good one.
That was.
Wow,
really
Art Germ. Huh?
Art Germ Catwoman.
No, I mean like phenomenal artist. I'm not surprised that you picked him because.
But the thing is like
you picked him.
All of Matina's stuff, though,
yeah,
was like equally good. I'd say if there was one Matina piece that stood out to me this year,
yeah,
it was the Batman number 50, Joker popping out of the cake. Like that was probably my favorite Matina.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's on the wall, just on the opposite side that you would
I'll look
think.
for that
I'll show you, yeah. Because it had I didn't get the version. I got the trade dress on that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's not, because like Matina, I have it separate between like Virgin Matina
right.
and
normal Matina.
Been banged Matina.
Big banged. Oh boy.
Yeah, I went there. The beers, man. The beers. Fucking. Yeah, dude.
Matina's good. Well, what really sealed the deal for me on him was the Deathstroke Two-Face covers. Mm-hmm. Man, those I love those covers so much.
Second runner-up was Deathstroke 36, the last one he did. That was definitely my second runner-up from Matina.
Yeah, so good.
But I just think I think the one reason why I liked Art Germ more is because it surprised me. Because I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, because you don't like a lot of his more Asian art, right?
Well, I just seemed like it was just, or to me it just seems like more Easternized.
Yeah.
And
some of it, sure.
Yeah. But with Catwoman, no. Like I feel like that's Selena Kyle.
Super realistic. Yeah.
Hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Like
very good.
From a distance,
almost photographic.
Oh my god.
Good choices, good choices. I have to throw Alex Ross in there. I have
Alex
to.
Ross has been fucking killing it with Immortal Hulk. Killing it with Immortal Hulk.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And Captain America.
And Captain America, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the covers alone are almost good enough for me to make me want to buy a series that I'm not into.
Well, I have them. You can borrow them anytime.
Yeah, well, no, I want the cover. That's the point. No, Alex Ross has been. Alex Ross always does an amazing job. That's just without a doubt. But I like the fact that he's doing ongoing covers right now for 2 separate series. That's dope.
Yep.
There's so many. Like even Marco Cicchetto's covers through Old Man Hawkeye. He did all 12. Even though he didn't do the interiors for all 12, he did the covers for all 12. All of them equally stunning. Like I wanted to bring out just 2 random ones just to show you, you know.
No, I like it. I like what I've seen. I have to read them.
They're good, man.
You've turned me on to a lot of good books this year.
Well, I like to think that we've turned some people onto a lot of good books this year.
Yeah, hopefully we've turned somebody onto their new favorite book.
Yeah.
Or a favorite book of theirs.
You know, sometimes it just takes an unfamiliar voice to be like, you know, I think I like this. And then you give it a shot and you're surprised. That's why I like doing kind of like the surprise category.
Yeah? No, that was a good one. That one caught me by surprise.
Because honestly, it was someone else that told me you should probably read West Coast Avengers. So yeah,
that isn't one that I probably would have picked up off the wall, but when you tell me you enjoy it so much, and then like you tell me about the story, and it's not the typical thing that I thought you would like, it definitely caught my interest.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Good job.
Let's get on to, you know what? Let's get on to the top guys, huh? What was your favorite indie book this year, man? Like,
now, okay,
indie put out some good shit, and indie is anything that's not part of the big two.
Are we gonna at the very end have a like favorite top dog of all?
We are going to have an overall yes.
Then if I'm gonna pick my favorite indie,
you gotta give a shout out to the publisher.
Well, that would be Image.
Okay.
Fucking love so much of what Image is doing. And one of my favorite things they're publishing right now is written by Jonathan Hickman and art done by Nick Dragata. East of West.
Ah, gotcha.
My friend James turned me on to this one. I was asking him, I just got back into comics, hey, what do you recommend? And he said, this is what I would tell people to read to show them what comics can be. That they can be so much more than what you've read in the past, and every page is just entertaining or intriguing or frightening. Something is happening on every page, and it's just an entertaining read. Time melts when I pick this one up. That is East of West. It started back in 2013, and it continues to be phenomenal. I'm really hoping, Brian, that you pick this one up and that you read this one. I think this one would be up your alley.
I'm gonna. I promise you.
We're at 39. It's not too far.
That's
you still have time.
It's a lot of issues.
It is. It really is.
I'm gonna do it.
Time melts.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. No, I'm convinced. I really want to get into this book. This is a title that I feel silly for not jumping on. I was late to the game by the time this thing got a rolling.
Right.
And there was just so many titles that were ongoing that I had to choose from once I started, like my pull list again. That, for whatever reason, just didn't make the cut.
I understand. There's a million.
But that was only
books.
because of ignorance, not because I made a decision after any type of information that was given to me about the book.
Right.
Well, I just knew nothing about
Same
the
reason
book.
I've never read Sandman. I didn't hear about it until way too late.
Oh, dude, Lucifer. Oh my God, Lucifer's good.
Yeah, I gotta jump into that one.
Yeah.
Still have time.
Yeah. Lucifer's been really good.
How about you? Who's your favorite indie?
I don't think you're gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna make a guess.
Favorite indie? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Farmhand.
No.
Murder
Falcon, bro.
Murder Falcon. Ah, I am so happy to hear you say that.
Murder Falcon.
I thought
bro.
you would like that one.
Yeah. Metal skis, bro. Murder Falcon is. I feel like it happened in a dream I had, but I haven't dreamt it yet.
Man, I'm so happy to hear you say that. That is a Brian fucking Wayne book. Everything
about that book is so Brian Wayne.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, man. Murder Falcon. That's good shit. That's damn good shit.
Mm-hmm.
The art is just... the art is metal. It's just like fucking fast paced, but not sloppy by any means. Like, it's done with a purpose.
Right.
It's consistent. It's brilliant. The dialogue is, exactly what you would hope for in this book. It's nothing short of what you would hope for.
There's a good personal story there, but then the rest of it is just straight comic
Drum
and metal.
solo rock-offs? Go fuck yourself. I feel like this is like Tenacious D does a comic.
Super jacked, robotic armed chicken.
Oh my God.
Or falcon, come on.
I got
come on.
chicken.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Thunder Chicken. Murder Falcon.
Jetpack boosted drum kit, the fuck?
That is, no, honestly, by far my indie book of the year.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you say that.
There's a lot of amazing stuff that's brilliant. It's great. I love so much. But Murder Falcon, through 3 issues, is just a breath of fresh air. That is what indie comics are made for. It doesn't have to be about an epic. It doesn't have to be about the grime or being edgy. This is just this is a book just being fun.
Definitely. There is some of that darker tone to it.
Yeah, but it's self-aware.
It is. And
I would say it's self-aware.
And it doesn't overtake the fun part of the story.
Because the whole fucking... Yeah, exactly. Even the depressing part is still a rock off.
Mm-hmm. It's just character development.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Brilliant.
That's
Brilliant
awesome.
work. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. But no, Farmhand, top 3, I'd actually say Bitterroot would probably be my number 2.
Really? I would have said Middle West for you.
Middle West is in there, Bully Wars.
Oh, Bully Wars.
Those are 2 Scotty Young titles right there.
I'm glad you turned me on to that one.
Yeah, Bully Wars is dope. Didn't think I liked Bully Wars. That to me, it's just like to me, like it falls in the same category as Murder Falcon of being a story that's just fun.
It is.
It doesn't have to be an epic. It's
right.
just a lot of these characters are pretty much already developed within like the first 2 issues, and it's villain building is what it is. It's just bring on the villains.
Yes.
And
we love our villains.
We love our fucking villains. So yeah, no, those are probably, and all very unconventional art styles.
Yeah.
Not typical like art styles.
Not
that
the super
would
polished.
not fly in DC or Marvel, and that's why Indie's brilliant.
Right. And
that's why Indie's a thing, and I think all of those were actually Image titles. There's so many other indie publishers out there, like Dark Horse resurrecting Alien titles again. That's amazing. The Dust to Dust is fucking awesome.
Valiant has Monstrous, I believe.
Bloodshot Rising Spirit is awesome. I really wish I got into more Valiant titles. I read a few issues of Ninjak. It's all been good. I need more XL Man of War, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think a new arc starts next week, so I might just like plug my nose and jump in.
There you go.
Like I read like the first 3 issues of the new volume of XL. So if I went back and reread those, hopefully I would be informed enough. I don't know, but I think I need more XL in my life. So there's great. It's not just Image putting shit out there.
There's so many great artists.
It's just Image.
So many great writers.
Really good at it.
They really are.
Boom did fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like the Shattered Grid event, like got me subscribed to Power Rangers now. So Boom Studios doing their thing. I'm enjoying Hellboy.
Right, yeah, you just got into that one.
Yep. So yeah, no, there's all of them have there's amazing indie titles out there from all different publishers, and love it all. But I think Image just really shined this year.
They really do. Like, there's a lot of people who think they don't like comic books because they've just read a few Marvel or a few DC and decide the superhero, the cliche isn't for them.
And that's the beautiful...
Image will have something that they could get into.
I don't think there's a single Image or indie comic title out there that has a if you will, toxic fan base. Like, a lot of people are like, Marvel fans are blah, blah, blah. There's not a, like... Anybody that... Most of the people that... No, granted, there are a lot of people out there that read indie comics that just refuse to read Marvel and DC.
Sure.
That's... because there is
I've seen some of that on Reddit, but for the most part, it's just, I refuse to read those. But let me gush for the next 3 hours about the ones I do love.
Right. No, indie comics doing their thing for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we could spend 20 more minutes, I'm sure, talking about all the amazing titles. As they come
we
to
could.
mind. But I think we should move on to our favorite Marvel.
You want to do Marvel first?
Let's do Marvel. What's your favorite Marvel title of the year?
I think this one will surprise you a little bit. I just had to go back and reread them this week. I think you had lended me the first 2 when we first started, and I had read a smattering of them in between. But I went back, reread all of them up to this point, and now that I've had that time to really put it into perspective and to really read it in the fashion that I like to read, which is usually binge reading, Immortal Hulk.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean I think that would have to be. It's my favorite overall Marvel. The art is on point.
Al Ewing, Joe Bennett,
So
Alex Ross doing those covers.
Well written, yeah.
It's a super team.
It is. There's nothing to not love about any of those.
No, and honestly, you're in a large group of people that credit this book as
nice.
Marvel's best title as well.
I can see why.
It's incredible.
I really thought I would give it to Avengers, but Hulk.
I honestly thought, yeah. You know, but I honestly, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and like process and eliminate and foreshadow here. I thought Avengers was going to be my surefire book
It's not.
too. It's not, no. But I want to talk more about your Immortal Hulk. Like this, what's been your? All right, what do we got? Like 9, 10 issues of Immortal Hulk now?
11, I believe.
11. What do you think your favorite? Since you just binge read, you probably have a better reference point. What do you think your favorite thing about Immortal Hulk has been so far? Because there's been some gruesome, grimy shit.
Do you want?
It started out horrific, and then it kind of leveled off. Like, oh shit, we might just get like a cool not. I don't mean cool like in like Hulk's been bad, but like cool as in a new version. Because we've had totally awesome Hulk up until we've had this.
I've loved everything about it. I mean, I love that it is at its heart a horror, and I've never read Hulk to be a horror before. So this like puts Hulk in a whole new light for me, because he's always just been like the big green smash for me.
Big dumb whatever.
Yeah.
But I think Jennifer Walters has taken over that part now, and
Sort
Jason
of.
Aaron's doing that.
Sort of.
And I'm fine with it. There's
But
nothing wrong with that.
Not just like big dumb, but like more raw in her power, rather than just, oh, I'm always super smart lawyer Jennifer White, but big and green. Like, I like that part of her too. We see that a lot in Avengers, but I really like the Jennifer Walters in this one. I think it just kind of seals the deal for like this type of Hulk verse.
Well, no, I wouldn't say there's Jennifer Walters. Has there been Jennifer Walters in Immortal Hulk? No,
Yeah.
Has there?
Yeah. She's part of the Avengers team.
I forgot that the Hulk
that takes him down so that they can get him into the lab, and then he's all chopped up, and then he brings himself together. Like, oh yeah.
So we've actually seen a dynamic between Jennifer Walters and Bruce Banner's Hulk?
For one book, yes.
That would have been issue, like, number 6,
9?
Right? 9? God, see, I'm sorry, guys, my time reference, like, we read a lot.
I'm pretty sure there's like
books.
11 issues, but maybe there's less.
I don't know. I don't think there's that many yet, man.
No?
No, because
I'm so
it's been
thrown
a
off.
very spaced out book, only because Joe Bennett puts quality. I mean, he's...
Oh, for sure.
Demands... And... Joe Bennett as well. He's the artist. Al Ewing.
Definitely.
The dude, he's just... I think
Definitely.
he took... I almost go as far as to say, like, it's not Marvel's, like, black label. It's like their light gray label. But I would say it's their rawest fucking title by far. Like, I don't think... Well, no, I take that back. Second rawest.
What would you say the most?
My Marvel pick.
Oh?
Punisher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got
Matthew
me there.
Rosenberg.
That's your favorite Marvel, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude,
Good choice.
Matthew Rosenberg has lit comics on fire this year. He wrote 53 issues this year for Marvel.
That is impressive.
He did 5 issues of Multiple Man. He's done 5 issues. I'm sorry. I want to say 6 issues of Punisher now. 5 or 6 issues of Punisher now. 5 issues of Punisher now. He's doing Uncanny X-Men, so he's done 7 issues of X-Men now. Uncanny X-Men. He's done... Oh shoot! I know there was a couple other series that I didn't realize he was writing. That I will go back. I could say that there's 13 books last year out of the 53 that Matthew Rosenberg wrote that I missed and did not read.
Okay.
So I read 40 books by him last year. And Punisher has been my favorite.
That's a good choice.
It's
Punisher
amazing.
was a big surprise for me. I kind of always liked the idea of Punisher, but I've never really read him. So when I started picking this up, it definitely took me by storm.
It's that last issue 5, is so raw. There's 3 different points of dismemberment. He rips off a finger, cuts off a hand,
and then a head.
And a head.
Mm-hmm.
Within 20 fucking pages. Like, oh, I'm spitting. Sorry. That's.
Oh man, one of the most iconic ones for me is when he's in the subway, just excruciatingly murdering that guy, and then you just have the other guy in the background with that phone. Like, yeah, that gag's been done a million times, but that was the first time it like really sunk home.
That's good stuff. Yeah, no.
Good choice.
Punisher has been my shit. Avengers is a very close runner-up for me.
Yeah, Avengers has been great.
But there has been no shortage of Marvel titles. Like, I can go on and on and on and on and on about Old
We
Man
already
Hawkeye.
have tonight talked about so much good Marvel stuff.
Johnny Cage is doing an amazing fucking job with Venom. It was really hard for me to not choose Venom. It really did come down to, like, I think Avengers was going to, I know the math doesn't add up. Avengers was going to be my second regardless. Like, and it came down to either Venom being my first or third between Punisher and, yeah. I know, the math doesn't
how
add
the Wayne brain works.
Yeah. That's, well, I don't know, there's a lot of personalities going on up there, so I had to just, a
little Mark Spector going on.
A little bit of Mark Spector going on up there.
So I guess it only makes sense to move on to DC, right?
It does make sense.
What was your favorite DC?
Low hanging fruit, buddy. Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna agree on that one.
Yeah.
Just have to.
Tom King is just. I love it so much. I love it so much. All right, so since we agree, let's make this interesting. What's been your favorite issue of Batman?
Well, I was gonna say my favorite DC is gonna have to be a tie between both Tom King's and who's writing Beyond?
Batman Beyond? I think that's Dan Jurgens. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me. I got this here.
It's gotta be a tie between those. I can't pick one. I haven't read as much Beyond, but I gotta say I'm loving what I'm reading just as much as Tom King's, and that's a huge compliment. I love what Tom King is putting out.
It's fucking incredible stuff. Well, right now
James Tynion the Fourth.
He's written. Dan Jurgens is writing it majority. Tynion has the plotland out.
Gotcha.
He's the story, but Jurgens is writing it.
Well, whatever they're doing, it's working.
Oh, it's working like a motherfucker. Because I jumped on 25 and I was like, where has this been my whole life? Like, now I gotta go back and rewatch Batman Beyond the anime.
Oh, awesome.
Because that's all stuff that
Call
I
me
watched
up.
as a kid.
I'll bring popcorn.
Oh,
I'll join
sure.
you for that.
That's all stuff I watched as a kid, but, like, I'm gonna keep, for the new viewers, I got a bonk on the head and graciously forgot a lot of stuff. So
you gotta rewatch it for the first time again.
Exactly.
Lucky you.
So, look at me go. So comics are like a whole new thing for me sometimes. But no, dude, this series. So this is tied.
It's tied for me. I can't pick a Batman that I like more.
Wow, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. I like that. Good.
But if I have to pick one, I'm gonna have to pick Beyond. When Joker comes back and makes his appearance, like that spoke to me.
Yeah.
And then just oh yeah. This Neo Gotham setup with the crowbar on the wall that killed Robin. Oh. Man.
Yeah, no.
Powerful.
Issue 26 of Beyond was dope. Can't wait for more. You got me hooked for sure.
Awesome, glad to hear it. How about you?
Favorite
Batman?
My favorite Batman issue would be the fight between Batman and KG Beast. Probably the issue that got the most shit for Tom King. Because everyone was like, oh, it only took me 30 seconds to read it because it didn't have any dialogue in it besides grunting.
Well, then they weren't appreciating the art.
It was a pure action fucking comic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take time. Look at that fucking art, man. Tony Moore that did the art? I don't remember. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. But I might not be, actually. Whatever. That fight of him leaving KG Beasts with the broken neck there, like... Batman doesn't kill him. He knows he's not dead because he's the world's greatest detective.
But we still get...
And the way he, like, leaves off the very little bit of dialogue, he's like, I'm Batman. I'm the world's greatest detective. You don't need to tell me. Because KG Beast is begging. He's like, I'll tell you if you help me.
Right.
And Batman's like, shit.
I don't need to.
Yep, I don't need to. And then you come to find out later on that he gets his info from the Penguin, and it's about Bane. This is why Batman has been the best series in DC.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were pissed at the wedding. But it only makes sense that it was my favorite event.
See, I picked it up since the wedding, and I've loved it.
The one thing I wanted more than anything, I did not think was going to happen because of all of the fucking hype and marketing that was being put into this book. It was like 6 months of hype and variant searching.
That's a little raw on DC's part.
No, people were pissed. People demanded Tom King be booted.
Well, you know, he's probably not the one who did all the marketing.
He became my hero. No, he was not behind the marketing at all. He wasn't. He's not the one that said make sure there's 100 variants of this. He was just trying to tell a story. That was DC's fault. But it's what I wanted to happen.
Sure.
That's why I'm thoughtful. Oh my God, that's why Batman. Hands down.
I have to say, overall, Tom King, because I've read more, I've really loved it. But man, those 2 issues of Beyond, they hit me. I loved them.
As far as runner-ups go with DC,
so many.
I like what Justice League's doing, specifically the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, I knew it.
I very, 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 very much like the Legion of Doom issues that Tinian's writing.
Definitely.
That's good shit. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Capullo carried Metal, that series. That was awesome because of Capullo's art. The story was just like way too deep for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a good story. It set up what Justice League is now, and it's turned out what it is. It was just setting up the new Justice League reboot, which is fine because it needed to happen, and no one thought Metal was going to be the thing to do it. Makes things very interesting. It made Batman Who Laughs a relevant thing now.
Yeah.
That's dope. Like that a lot. So, yeah. Fuck, hold on, let me...
I think we'd be doing injustice if we didn't mention Green Lantern. It's only been a couple issues, but...
Oh, Grant Morrison's killing it.
Right.
Liam Sharp. Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And that art, and it seemed to be a very in-depth, involved story that's going to unravel right before our eyes.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's... I mean, we can go on and on about runner-ups for DC. But, there's so many shout-outs to give for DC titles. Fucking...
Titans has been good so far.
Yeah.
You just started reading Teen Titans, right?
I read issue 25 of Teen Titans, but like I said, it wasn't really the team dynamic. It was great. It read great, wonderfully.
Yeah?
But that's... it was the origin of Crush. Like, I want to see more Team. I want to see more Robin. Like, I want to know more about that. Justice League Dark is a strong run.
Yeah, that's what I need to get back into.
Yeah, I really like Justice League Dark a lot.
I like that team. That had a lot of dynamic there. I need to jump back into that one for sure.
Even Nightwing. Like, it's been up and down, but when it's up, it's fucking up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So we can go on and 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 on about DC titles, don't you know? But let's...
You got anything you want to talk about before we talk about the king, the overall best?
Let's talk about our favorite writer.
Oh, yeah, I guess we have to do that.
We do. Let's talk about we talked about interior artists in the beginning. We talked about cover artists. But there's a reason why a writer gets top billing on a book.
Yeah.
The illustrator has to have something to draw, man. They don't go off of imagination all the time. And that comes down to the writer. And for me, mine is a Marvel writer. I think he's strictly Marvel, to be honest.
Is it going to be Kate's?
It's not, actually. I thought it was going to be Kate's, and then I realized that I read a lot more of this writer than I did Kate's, and that's going to be Matthew Rosenberg.
Okay. Sure.
Matthew Rosenberg has been my guy. I think that he's doing an amazing job on Uncanny X-Men. Good enough for me to be okay with X-Men Red ending, which was one of my favorite titles. Like, I really, really, really fucking enjoyed that book.
Yeah.
But Matthew Rosenberg made it okay that it ended. So, that's good.
Wow, yeah. I would say that takes talent. When you can end it with satisfaction. That's not always easy.
Yes. Fuck. And then, obviously, Punisher being my top Marvel title. Like, that's...
Right. True.
Matthew Rosenberg's my guy, man. He did it. I mean, I'll always have a spot. I'll always have a soft spot for him because he writes my favorite villain better than anybody else that's ever done it. Like, he's the king of Kingpin. I love that he brought back Multiple Man and made him relevant. Like, he did a great fucking 5-issue miniseries. Those are 5 more books you can add to the list of Rosenberg I read this year. So yeah, Matthew Rosenberg, and he's just a fucking incredibly nice guy too. So that kind of
is he? That's good to hear.
Yeah, he's incredibly nice. Like, ask him something on Twitter, I bet you he answers. Like, he makes me feel special. He's a cool guy. He gives us shout outs all the time. So
nice.
Okay, yeah, no, he definitely, yeah, for sure. So Matthew Rosenberg, he won me over. What about you, man? Who's your writer of the year? And goddamn, has there been a slew of motherfuckers to pick from?
This one's a really hard one.
It was.
I think this is probably the hardest category for me. I'm gonna choose my second favorite, really.
Oh, okay. How's that work?
Because my first, is gonna be for the next category. So my second favorite, even though I just passed him up, is gonna be Tom King.
Okay.
Tom King has really impressed me. I never know where he's going next. He's able to deliver an idea to me. We get this story of Batman. I only started at the wedding, so of course he gets let down.
No, yeah, that's where I threw you in.
But he swallows his pride and keeps doing the Batman thing. But more and more just keeps breaking him down, and we really see this deterioration of Batman. And
he's unhinged, dude.
Exactly.
He's so fucking unhinged. I love a minimalist.
And they're
Batman.
able to just sell that through the writing alone.
Dude, I'm not gonna argue with Tom King. Like, it's hard not to choose Tom King because
and I never know what's coming next, but it's always relevant.
And everything he's doing is unbelievable. Like, I like what are they doing? The Sanctuary story they're doing right now, Heroes in Crisis.
Yes,
like, that's crazy.
I love the writing
all
on that.
Twisty and all of that.
Definitely.
No, I'm glad you said Tom King.
Gotta give him a shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's my second favorite.
It's your second? Well, let me go back
so
and
close
digress
to,
to my second,
so close.
and then we can go to your first.
Yeah, what's your second?
My all-time favorite writer in the history of comic books. It's gonna be Jason Aaron. And
okay.
Between Thor and Avengers this year, that's just fucking top-notch work, man.
Good choice. Great choice.
And he is so consistent with his writing, and he could throw in something that he said in a volume ago and one issue, and all of a sudden make it incredibly relevant.
Yeah, I think that you got a good point there. He is consistent, but he's able to do completely different styles.
And I can say that he wrote my second single favorite issue.
Ooh, what's that?
Which Thor was it? When it was like the end of time Thor? What was that? Like number 4?
Number 6.
Was it number 6?
I think so.
Something like that.
5 or 6.
I don't have it in front of me. It was, but like if there were to ever be like a last Marvel comic book ever.
Right, with my one of my favorite panels, Loki. That's
exactly
the
that's
end,
the one.
the end of everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm glad we digressed.
Good
back
choice.
To that, yes.
Good choice.
But Jason Aaron gets number 2 for me. So, and obviously I'm a Marvel fanboy. Like, Marvel's my shit. God damn. But if I guess I can go ahead. Go ahead and give me your number 1. Fuck it. And then
I would like to go back about Jason Aaron. I'll say it's a great pick because he's able to make this great cohesive story with the Avengers, but then he's able to do a completely different thing. He's not writing a long tale on Thor. He's doing these little snippets, which I think just do a great job of showing us that, yeah, Thor is fucking immortal. He was here long before the Avengers. He will be here long after the Avengers.
Something massive,
and
dude.
Exactly, like he's just showing you like really the scope of everything.
Like the War of the Realms, like there's a reason why Jason Aaron's writing both Thor and Avengers, and we keep getting all these like War of the Realms teasers. That's 4 months away. We're getting teasers for something that's 4 months away on these covers. Like the last issue of Thor and the last issue of Avengers, both. The War of the Realms. But 4 months away. This event is going to be massive. And Jason Aaron, we're going to see his event chops. I haven't got to see his event chops yet. I gotta see him be the greatest, and I will say it, the greatest writer in the history of Thor ever. There's a reason why he's been doing multiple volumes of Thor.
I never really got into Thor until these. They've done a great job.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
He
and
has.
Him writing Jane Foster as Thor, like Lady Thor. Bravo. Like, yeah. So Jason Aaron he really is just a masterpiece. And he also holds credit to writing my favorite issue in the history of comic books ever, too, with the Joker's Asylum Penguin. Like, to me, like, that is the greatest one-shot single issue ever. So Jason Aaron will always have my heart.
That's high praise.
Oh, yeah. No, like, everything and that's why I'm glad he only has 2 titles. Well, fixing to be 3. He gets Conan the Barbarian now.
Ooh, that could be fun.
So Conan the Barbarian starts next year, and he will actually join the Avengers. So
what?
Yes.
What?
Yes, that's
crazy.
Yeah, man, that's good shit right there.
The Roguish Barbarian. Yeah. That's awesome. Huh. Wow, that floors me.
Yeah. My favorite indie writer is gonna have to go to Scotty Young though. With Middle West and Woolly Wars.
So good. Yeah.
Gilroy's up there.
Yeah, there's just so many good authors. This is really the hardest one for me. Yeah. Just so many talented men and women. Yeah. Well, you ready to do the big kahuna?
Let's do it, man. What's your
I'll start off. I mean, mine's probably no surprise to anybody, but
the cheese of all cheeses.
It's gonna be Saga. That's gonna be Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Apples.
Not Fiona.
Fiona Staples.
Staples.
Yeah.
You say Staples, I say Staples.
Oh my God. Too much beer tonight.
No, just the right amount.
But yeah, I mean.
You know what? Speaking of cheers, man.
Cheers.
That's a great pick. I'm not current on it, but like I said, I'm a volume and a half in, and I thoroughly enjoy Saga.
I can't sing its praises enough. It's a story about a girl, mostly, and she's narrating it about her upbringing and her past. But the characters that they bring in, you think that you understand who these characters are, or that maybe they're just a flyaway character, or maybe this person's a staple character, and they're able to misdirect you, but make it feel rewarding and not cheap at the same time. And they're able to build up these big dynamics of these characters and make you really feel like, okay, we like these characters, but these characters, while they're the bad guys, we get who they are and why they're doing this. And you care about them right before they kill them, or right before side switch. It's beautifully written, and Fiona is able to deliver it with such astounding art. Like, it just feels raw and emotional.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I can't sing its praises enough. And that fucking cliffhanger.
I'm gonna have to read it. When you talk about that cliffhanger like that, I'm definitely gonna have to read it. For me, like, my favorite thing about the series so far has been Prince What's-Its-Face and
Prince Robot.
And Lion Cat.
Lion Cat's great choice.
Lion Cat's my shit.
Yep.
Definitely my shit for show.
Oh, man,
shit for show. My shit
so
for
many
show.
good characters. So many good characters. Even some of the flyaway, like, only 3 panels or 3 pages characters, so good. Then those character designs, wowee.
Dude, Fiona Staples' art's incredible.
Definitely.
She does an amazing job.
Well, I think everybody's heard me gush about Saga just a little bit too much.
Oh, you can't say enough good things about Saga, dude.
You really can't. You really can't.
Dude,
I can't.
I'll give you all the time in the world to talk about Saga. I wish I knew more about it, because like I said, I'm only a volume and a half in. Like,
well, I am
trades, so.
Super excited to talk about Saga more with you, and maybe we'll have a whole episode dedicated to that. But
yeah, I tell you what, if there's anybody out there that is like super into Saga, hit us up on Twitter. We're learning how to be taking calls here pretty soon. That's going to be something we're going to be starting next year, and we do want to have like a Saga podcast. So any of the super Saga fan folks out there, like how I threw in the double fucking
I like that a lot.
Of 2 different alphabeticals. Hit us up on Twitter. It's that Jersey Comics. But anyways, so Saga, dude, I don't blame you. Like, from what I'm read, it's fucking fantastic.
I love it, and I could talk about it all day, but I would love for you to have some context. But I'm really excited. Don't hold out on me any longer. What's your number one? What's the big kahuna for you?
I had to think very, very, very hard about this because, guys, like I said, I don't know if I said it. I've read close to 800 titles or single issues this year. I've read a lot of fucking books. It's hard. It was very hard. Like
Sure.
I'd have a title in my hand and be like, yeah, but then this, and then that, and then this happened, and I gotta go back to Matthew Rosenberg.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with The Punisher, man.
Really?
The Punisher takes
Overall,
with only 5 issues out. I've only got only 5 issues out. It's just blown me away.
World War Frank.
Sisman Krudansky. Yes, World War Frank has been the arc, and I'll be damned if it is not everything you want out of The Punisher.
Yeah, it is super Punisher, definitely.
There's no questions asked. Like, they could not say the name Frank Castle or The Punisher once. It doesn't have to have the skull or anything like that throughout and you know, this is the fucking Punisher. This is good shit.
Wow.
So, like I said, Matthew Rosenberg has just been my guy this year, man. So it only makes sense for me to give him the title.
It's a good book.
It is.
Man, you've surprised me a lot tonight.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I don't know the Wayne as much as I thought.
Maybe not. I don't know. There's just so much good shit that's happened this year.
There is.
Fucking, let's talk about the Black Label. DC coming out with Damn, those 2 issues.
That was great.
That's good stuff. The art is incredible. The story is very intriguing. Like, I want to know what the fuck's going on.
Definitely.
I will say one thing though, that one panel in issue number 2, I know she was originally drawn naked. I know she was.
You think so?
I know she was.
I don't know.
There's just way too much nipple protrusion there, and they that cover up job right there.
Maybe.
That was last minute, dude. I'm telling you, it doesn't even it doesn't even fit in with the rest of the art. Just like that one part of the chest there. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't put it past him. No, I wouldn't.
It's just that Bad Dick got way too much fucking.
Too much press.
Like, second print's not gonna come. It's gonna be censored in the digital version. Censored.
Right.
Like, it immediately changed.
Yeah, that
after
week.
Day one. After day one.
Yeah.
They flipped their script. So Black Label isn't what it was. But if you take out like the shock value of it, it's still an amazing fucking title.
Yeah.
And even through 2 issues, it's runner up for Book of the Year for me.
Good
Obviously, the Avengers is up there for me.
Yeah, Avengers has been great.
Batman Max, like, that's a dream come true. Sam Keith back in comics.
Yeah,
like,
you got me into that one.
That's a dream come true for me. This Arkham Dreams arc has been amazing. Fuck, what a Venom.
Venom was good.
Venom's
been
X-Men
good,
Red.
definitely. I've been loving Red Hood. I've been loving Batman Beyond.
Those are 2 titles you got me on.
Self-Made was a first issue that really got me excited. I didn't see that plot hook at the very end.
Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk, so good.
That was.
I've always thought that Hulk was okay, but this has made me a huge fan. This
never been written like this.
This is now the Hulk to me.
I like to think that this is the Bruce Banner we get from here on out. Like, I hope every writer that takes the realm, or the reins, different R word, of the Hulk from here on out after Al Ewing uses this type of, obviously not this tone, it doesn't always have to be this tone, but this darker mentality / persona of Bruce Banner. And I love the dynamic and relationship between Hulk and Banner now too. Like, they're very, very aware of each other.
Not only is it horror, but we get different genres of horror. We get psychological, we get, that jump scare.
Semi-gore.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you gotta think about it, guys. Like, Marvel is, like, these books are Disney owned. Like, Disney's only gonna allow so much. So, like, seeing
that
this
absorbing man split in half with the skull. Oh, that's
my favorite moment in that series. Is that
so
right
good.
there? That Joe Bennett killing that art, man. It's amazing.
And Banner seeing his father in the reflection, like, that was good.
Oh, dude, amazing stuff.
Yeah,
amazing
definitely.
Stuff.
There's been so many good things this week.
There is, and even
or this year.
This year. And even, like, the events have been great. Like, I know a lot of people give Marvel shit for, like, a multitude of events, but this year, like, they listened to their fans. All the things that people complained about, they somehow wrapped up without erasing, in a brilliant manner, if I don't mind. I think Marvel did a very, very, very good job with quality control and just, like, backtracking, but doing it in a non-retreating type of way, if you will.
Sure.
A lot, like I said, it was almost every title got a #1, or if it hasn't gotten a #1, is getting a #1 within the next couple of months. Like Miss Marvel and Daredevil are a couple that haven't started yet, but I knew it was coming. Charles Soule has had an amazing run.
Definitely.
Everybody loves G. Willow Wilson's Miss Marvel, apparently, except for me. Like,
I liked it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I
like Miss Marvel. Yeah, I really do.
Right on. See, I'm gonna, like, believe me, like an idiot, I expressed a feeling on the internet one day about disapproval of something. Not hatred, just disapproval. And with it being Miss Marvel, I never thought that I would get the backlash I did, but I'll be damned if people love this Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Never me. But I'm curious to see what the new creative team does. So it will be a year of, we're going to get some more #1s and reboots. We're getting Guardians of the Galaxy! With Donny Cates!
Yep. More Cosmic Ghost Rider. So excited. There's a whole team.
Silver Surfer. Drax's daughter. Because Drax is presumably dead.
We get Horseface.
Oh, good old Beta Ray Bill.
Yep.
Horseface himself. Who else? Star-Lord's running shit. Don't know what Rocket's up to. He's not seen in the picture at all. Groot's in there, though, so that's good.
We're also going to get Old Man Gil.
Yeah, Ethan Sachs is going to carry on the
Old Man title.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Wastelands, and yeah, man. With the way he I think it'd be silly if he didn't tie in Murdoch and Quill and Logan into it.
You think we'll get any more of the Master Stick, Old Man Matt Murdock?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I do, and I love it. I love it so much.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that I think Murdoch might be the one to introduce Quill somehow, ironically. I think that might
Could
be
happen.
what that's leading up to. It might be a whole lot of hype with Murdoch, end up being just like, oh no, he's just going to be like an entry-level character for this new universe, just know he's alive, and meanwhile, here's Quill, everybody. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how he does it. I think Ethan Sachs has the fucking nutsack enough to do it now with what he's done with Old Man Hawkeye and how amazing 12 issues is. Like, he started in January and in December, like, never missed a fucking deadline. That's impressive. That's incredibly impressive. And especially with Chichetto doing the fucking intense style of art that he did. Like, that was not scribble bullshit.
No, definitely not.
That's intense fucking... That dude is an ink master.
It's very intensive.
Yes.
We got War of the Realms going to be coming up.
Yep, that's a big event going to happen. It is.
We're going to get...
I'm presuming this is going to be Marvel's big one. With them hyping it up 4 months ahead of time, I'd say this is Marvel's big event. And I like that Jason Aaron's helming it. It's only, the greatest writer in the history of comics ever.
Ooh, bold statement.
Well, it's a true statement. I don't give a fuck.
We'll see if that pays off.
It will. It will. It will. Oh, yes. It will. What else, man? There's a lot to be excited for next year.
We got to continue a lot that we've just barely dived into. Oh, man, like, we're going to get more Bully Wars. Hopefully we'll get back to some Farmhand.
Yes. Spawn is going to break a record towards the end of 2019 once it hits the 300th issue. When it hits issue 300 this year, depending on whatever you're listening to. This is going to air on Wednesdays, so this year.
Next year.
There we go. However,
2019.
Whatever. Time machines, motherfuckers. Yeah, so Spawn will become the longest running indie title in the history of comics ever. So I'm expecting amazing fucking variant covers for that, so I'm so excited. I'll be all in on that. I love that my boy Matina has been teaming up with McFarlane for like the last 8 or 9 issues of Spawn, doing the
So
covers.
many good covers. Oh,
all good covers, dude.
So good.
So yes, 2019 is a year to be incredibly fucking excited about.
Yep.
I mean, Donnie, we're gonna get a Ghost Rider story where Marvel or like history is erased in quotations, and I know a lot of people were super pissed off about that after the passing of Sir Stan Lee. And I was like, oh, you're gonna do an event right after that of erasing everything that Stan Lee. No. Cates actually came out on Twitter and he was like, let me explain this. This is a mini-series type of deal. It's a fun, like... he didn't go on and say, like, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but that's pretty much what it's gonna be.
You think so?
Is one of those. Yeah, it's not gonna be... Yeah, it's gonna be a fun thing. It's not gonna be, fucking
not mainline
canon.
canon.
Right. Right, exactly. Like, did anybody think when the title Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe think that, oh, from now on we're only gonna get Deadpool books?
Just Deadpool all the time.
I think you're silly if you think that's what it is.
16 Deadpool books a week.
Marvel has done such a good job listening to fan input this last year and changing the things that people don't like without taking away the things that they did add. I'm telling you, I can't stress enough how good of a job I believe they did. With all the backlash they got after Civil War II.
A lot of people like to hate on Marvel, and, let them. Their opinions are their own, but
people like to hate
I'm
on
impressed.
Whatever.
Sure.
But, yeah, no, a lot of people, yeah.
I like what they're doing.
Marvel's done a great job. Yeah. I don't know, there's just so much to be excited for!
There is.
Well, with that being said, I think there's still... I think we should talk about the first books coming out on our pull list of the year.
Yeah. Next week.
I do. And it's going to be a lot more titles to talk about. There's going to be more than 5 titles this time, guys.
Yeah. Much busier week.
Fish chow! Oh man, let's jump into the indies. Let's go on with Dark Horse. Stranger Things is back at it. Number 4, Jody Houser, Stefano Martino. Have you been reading Stranger Things yet?
I read the first, I believe it was 2. Yeah, I read the first 2, and then I just kind of fell off of it for a bit. I might jump back on. We'll see.
Gotcha. That's all I'm seeing for Dark Horse. I mean, there's more a lot of trades coming out and everything, but it's still pretty light this time of year because as you get, I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm sure your bank account noticed if it's anything close to what mine felt like. The last couple weeks, the publishers really throw them at you at the end of the year. So then, like the last
week
of the year,
a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, in the last week of the year and the next 2 weeks after that, pretty much like They do kind of give you some breathing room for sure. So there's not going to be as many titles to talk about as we normally would, but as compared to last week or this week, yeah, there'll be
definitely more.
A lot more stuff. Let's move on to DC. Action Comics is moving along. 1006.
Yeah, I finally dived into this one. I'm not real far, but I'm liking what I'm reading so far. We'll see if I jump into it more.
What did you start out? 1000?
Yeah.
Cool. So Brian Michael Bendis and Ryan Sook. I think this is the start of the new arc finally. So 1000 through 1005. I didn't read. I think I tried to read 1004 and I was super lost. And I was like, I'll just wait for a new arc to start.
Yeah.
So I think this is the start of a new arc here. So, and that cover by Ryan Sook is pretty fucking sweet too. Batgirl number 30. Marguerite Scott, Paul Pelletier, and Norm Rapmond. And there's another amazing Joshua Middleton cover too.
Again, another one we have to give a shout out to. He's phenomenal.
Dude, he definitely was super up there with our cover artists. I definitely got to give him a shout out. His Batgirl covers for out of this fucking world, all of them.
Very on brand.
And he was so all over the place with his styles too. He's a man of many different styles. So. While I'm talking about him, gotta give him a shout out.
Sure.
Fucking
More
Batman
Beyond.
That's right, number 27, Dan Jurgens. Read both. Norm Rapmund. Norm Rapmund's a busy guy, huh? Look at that. Batgirl and Batman Beyond. I like this art too, so
Definitely.
shout out. I like where this is going. Detective Comics, number 995. Approaching that 1,000 mark. Get your wallets out. Variant collectors. DC's gonna do you hard. Peter J. Tomasi, Doug Mankey, and Jamie Mendoza. So we approach. This is revisiting. If I'm not reading it at the moment, I'm waiting for number 1,000 to jump on. To be honest, but from my understanding, Thomas and Martha Wayne are back and dead again. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, they're like playing that whole thing. Not too far off of kind of like bringing in the Master Wayne character from Tom King's Batman that we've been reading recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they're like replaying the whole Martha Thomas Wayne death again type of thing.
Right.
So Detective Comics, I feel like is like trying to stay on track with
getting that Thomas Wayne Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing because I'm not reading it, but I will at 1,000. I promise. Promise, fuckers. Flash number 61. Joshua Williamson, Christian Deuce. You reading Flash yet?
No, I want to. I'll find time to fit it in sometime.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna jump on when it starts tying into Batman again here in the next couple issues of Batman. There's gonna be a Flash Batman crossover. That's what I'm gonna throw Flash on the pull
That'd be a good time.
Oh shit! Here's Home Crisis number 4. Tom King, Clayman.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, this has been a crazy...
Think we're getting back to Harley's story here.
Yeah, we shall see. I dig the cover.
Definitely.
Justice League Odyssey number 4, Joshua Williamson and Espis, I believe is how that's pronounced. So yeah, it's the only Justice League title I'm not reading. I hear it's brilliant though. I hear it's the best Justice League title, to be honest.
Of course, the one you're not reading.
Yeah, but it's only at issue 4 now. I thought Justice League Dark was the best too until issue number 4, when they started doing the crossover with the Witching Hour. So it doesn't take much to change your mind.
Sure.
I still think Justice League Dark is amazing. But Justice League Odyssey, I don't know. It's more of a space one. Space characters and shit.
Might be up my alley.
It might be, actually. The End of Silencer is going to be the last issue. Number 12, Dan Abnett, Jack Herbert. So yeah, this is going to be the last issue there. Like I said, DC's kind of making some chops. They try to do a whole bunch of these new whatever, and not all of them are doing well. I believe Silencer's the one getting the axe. Terrifics is going to keep going though. Number 11, Jeff Lemire, Victor Bogdanovich. Got it. Yes. With a name like Jeff Lemire, right? And no, you don't cancel Jeff Lemire. So Terrifics is going. Not reading it. Here it's great though.
Well, I'm reading this next one. Titans number 32. Got Dan Abnett and Clayton Henry.
Sweet. You'll have to tell me.
I think we're in the brand new start of a new team up or a new story here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you'll have to definitely include me in, because I don't know, on the last podcast there was some confusion between us.
Yeah, I'll have to brush up for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Please, if you would. Wonder Woman! That was bad. Number 61, G. Willow Wilson and Zermancio. Try that again. Zermancio.
Oof. Good on you for trying.
Zermancio. That's the one. Probably not. Anyways, Wonder Woman, number 61. So sorry. I hope you're not listening deep down. I hope you are. I mean, there's lots of DC titles, but I think that's going to do it for the stuff that we're personally interested in.
Stuff that we're interested in, yeah.
Shout! You did this. You did the for show thing.
You started it.
I did. Image has some books coming out. as we would hope. Redneck number 18, Donny Cates, Lissandro Esteran, and D. Kniff. That's a Donny Cates title I'm regrettably not reading. I did pick up like an Image First number 1, and I do mean to get trades eventually. It's just, it's not on my pull list, but I'm going to read it in trade though. I will read it in trade. It's Donny Cates.
It's on the eventually pile.
For sure.
Well, we got Crowded number 6. I haven't been reading it, but I've heard amazing things about it. And
really?
I've picked up a couple. I just need to dive into it.
Oh, it's completely escaped me. Like, I can't say I've ever even heard of it. Christopher Sabella and Rostein, along with a few various other artists on there. So right on. No, thanks for shouting that out. I wasn't aware. But Walking Dead 187 on a motherfucking comic. Robert Kirkman, Charlie Adlard, and a few various other artists on there. Yeah, I'm keeping it gangster.
Please don't.
New year, new me, bitches. Click clack. Just kidding. Marvel Comics. Champions number 1. So this is gonna
new volume.
Yep. The new year is gonna start out with number 1s. We knew Jim Zub and Stephen Cummings are manning the project. Are you gonna read the new volume of Champions?
I'm not sure yet. I might jump into it, but yeah, I'm willing to explore some other things right now.
Okay.
I got through the D&D part of that, and that was what I was really diving in for.
That's what I went in for too.
Yeah.
It is. It wasn't what I was expecting, so I'm gonna pick up the first. I'll pick up the first 3 issues of Champions, give it a shot. But I'm not totally sold. You know me, I don't like the younger character type of things, like Titans, all of that stuff. Not always my cup of tea. Speaking on things that I'm not totally sold on, but is gonna get some mama money, is going to be Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, I've always liked the idea of the character. I've never read any of the comics though.
Jason Aaron. For the last 6 months, I've been seeing him on social media, posting a lot of Conan the Barbarian novels he's been reading, so he's taken this very seriously. And the fact that he's going to join his Avengers, Jason Aaron's own Avengers team, so I think this is going to be fun.
That's going to be interesting.
I'm going to give it a shot. When I first thought about it, I was like, nah. And then I heard that he's going to be a big part of the War of the Realms and the Avengers, and I was like, I really want to see Conan the Barbarian and Blade standing next to each other.
Ooh, that'd be a good panel.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. So I'm going to be reading
that could be
Conan.
exciting.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, you got a lot of covers to pick from.
Yeah, well, Marvel does you like that.
They do.
Well, I don't blame them for wanting to make money. I think that's one thing that keeps comics interesting is the variant covers. I don't show that. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Or just stop being a completionist.
Yeah.
Break the habit.
Don't get everyone.
It's like smoking, It's hard. It's very hard to not be a completionist. If you have to have everything, pick your poisons, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just don't buy it. It's okay. People are gonna buy it. I don't know.
These artists will get paid.
Probably
not a lot, but
no, not much at all. But that's the gamble of being a variant cover artist too. Like, especially if you're just trying to make a name for yourself. But a lot of these variant cover artists are like, that's Marvel be like, well, Francesco Mattina, people are buying it. Phil Noto, people are buying it.
Yeah.
I saw Ribic, people are buying it. They're dope. So they know what they're doing. Moving along. Deadpool number 8's got a young Nick Klein. I fucking love me some goddamn Deadpool.
Sure.
The Christmas issue was my favorite Christmas. No, my favorite thing about Christmas comics was Art Germ's super sexy Catwoman drunk Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The second favorite thing was Deadpool becoming Santa Claus after being commissioned to kill Santa Claus. Like, that's classic good stuff.
That's very Deadpool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And Scotty Young does a good job. So, and Scotty Young has done an amazing job writing Deadpool. And I always thought, like, well, yeah, it makes sense for him to draw Deadpool. But writing Deadpool? Good stuff. So, I'm fully on board. Keep it going. You keep getting my money. Okie dokie. This one, I know you're excited about.
Yeah. Al Ewing and Joe Bennett return for Immortal Hulk number 11.
And that looks like an Alex Ross cover. Yeah, if I've ever seen an Alex Ross cover. Oh my god. Did you know you don't have to pay extra money to get these covers? This is just the fucking cover.
Yep.
Oh my
It's beautiful.
God. We're going to get the finale to the Infinity Wars thingy. Infinity Wars, Infinity #1, Jerry Duggan, Mark Bagley. I like that team. So this is going to be the last issue, ending the whole warps thingy, Gamora, the split ups. We're going to probably hash out who's dead, who ain't, all that good stuff, yeah.
Great.
So definitely want to know how that ties up well. Killmonger, #3, Brian Edward and Juan Ferreira. Are you reading Killmonger?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay. I hear it's good.
I probably should, but again, gotta pick and choose.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yep.
And Marvel's coming at us hard this week.
They are.
Because this one's got me too.
Pumping them out.
Man Without Fear #1, Jed McKay, Danilo Beirut. So this is the in-between mini-series we're going to get. This is after the death of Daredevil, Charles Soule's run.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to get a few issues of this. I don't know how long it's going to go. I would guess it's no longer than 5 or 6 issues. Because we're getting a Daredevil #1 coming very soon that I'm so excited about, because this year's favorite interior artist for mine, Marco Cicchetto, be drawing Daredevil.
Nice.
An ongoing series. That's my most...
Sounds like a dream for you.
Oh, God. So yes, but in the meantime we get a Man Without Fear, and I'm excited. It's gonna set up, what the fuck happened. I'm very excited.
Looking forward to it.
Fully on board. Speaking of more Daredevil-driven drama,
Marvel Knights, #5.
That's right, man.
Donny Cates, Matthew Rosenberg.
Oh, another Rosenberg Donny Cates team up. Yes. Okay. Yep. These have been the best ones. My favorite issue of the Donny Cates driven Marvel Knights has been with the Matthew Rosenberg team up. As you all know, this is my artist of the year. So yes, super excited. And not to mention Nico Heinrichen doing the art, Jeff Shaw doing that cover, and we're getting more of the Kara Andrews connecting variant cover. So this is going to be a 6-issue series. This is #5, so it's coming to an end here. We learned in the last issue that Reed Richards is responsible
some kind of machine
distantly for inventing this machine that saved one thing, but here we are fucking up another thing, according with Kingpin.
Somebody broke in and got it.
You got good stuff going on here, and
Definitely.
I like what Donny Cates does. Even if you're kind of lost, he's gonna bring you around, man. He hasn't failed me yet. And Matthew Rosenberg is just a master of fucking Daredevil dialogue. And I'm hoping that means we're going to have a Kingpin-heavy story here with Matthew Rosenberg writing. If this is a lot of Kingpin going on here with the way they set it up and Matthew Rosenberg writing, and you haven't read Matthew Rosenberg writing Kingpin at all yet, you are in for a fucking treat. Like, this is going to be amazing.
I think you're in luck here.
I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope so. More stuff. More stuff from Marvel. Mr. and Mrs. X #7, Kelly Thompson, Oscar Bazadua. So yeah, if you're into marriage and mutants and whatnot, Kelly Thompson has proven herself dandy.
I am interested in jumping into this series just because of Kelly Thompson.
She's a seller.
Yeah.
She's a seller. She's up there with Artist of the Year for me, for sure. Because, it's a surprise, actually.
Her dialogue is just amazing.
Good. She's funny.
She is.
She's really funny. She's just a good person, too. I got a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff happening. The Solo Imperial Cadet, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So yeah, lots of good. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I had to skip all the Star Wars stuff because Tony Stark is back. Yep. Iron Man number 7. I haven't read it in a while. It's been on a break, seemingly, for about 5 weeks.
Your boy, Dan Slott.
Dan Slott and Valerio Schiti. So, in the last podcast, I had some harsh words for Dan Slott, and then he came at me with the wedding issue of Fantastic Four and proven to me that he did put a lot of time into that. And I hope that he maintains pace, and I'm hoping that this issue of Iron Man 7 now is as top-notch as I expect it to be. Tony Stark, Iron Man, I want to see his brother involved, Arno Stark. Like, we got to see that in issue number 5, then it jumped to 6, and Arno Stark was just not mentioned again. So let me see some tie-in stuff. And the cover, too, is...
That's great.
Yeah, man, Alexander Lozano. So we'll be talking about it next week for sure.
Symbiote Iron Man suit.
Yes. This is one that we're both very, very hyped on.
Yeah, Uncanny X-Men number 8 by Everett Bryson and various artists.
And dude, our boy from Darth Vader doing the cover for this one, Giuseppe Camuncoli.
Yeah.
That's exciting as fuck.
It's a good Bishop cover.
Was that Bishop? Oh, that was Bishop. Okay, cool. I thought that was Cyclops for a second. I was about to say, are we already getting Cyclops? Because
no.
Cyclops is coming.
You think so?
Oh no, he's coming. So alright, I'm not sure if this Uncanny X-Men team we have now is not our Uncanny X-Men team. They're bringing us to what will be our Uncanny X-Men team. And I'm not going to ruin anything for you. Because I know.
Please don't.
I know who it is.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
You're going to be happy.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Winter Soldier number 2. We got Kyle Higgins on the writing and Rod Reese on the art.
Yes, and Kyle Higgins, he was the one that helmed the whole Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Shattered Grid event I spoke about earlier.
Oh, really?
So he's proven himself to be an awesome author and writer. I loved his Nightwing New Order miniseries he did. That was a great take on Nightwing. So yeah, no, Kyle Higgins is the shit. Did he write issue number 1 as well? I'll have to go back and confirm.
I don't remember.
Can confirm? No, can't confirm. Okay, that's alright. I know there's more stuff. There's a lot of trades coming out. We're getting the first volume of Tony Stark Iron Man. So, yeah, lots of trades.
I believe we get a Deadpool number 1. Or no, it's a volume 1.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's... the Edge of Spider-Geddon trades coming out. So Marvel's hitting this really hard this week. But that's okay. Some more Independence. Animosity number 18. Fuck, that title's moving along quick. That's Aftershock Comics, Marguerite Baguette, Raphael de la Torre. In the same box I randomly, I could be wrong on this, but it wasn't far from the same time that I randomly received issue number 1 of Old Man Hawkeye at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think Animosity number 1 was in there. So, I don't know, that's 18 issues, so it's been moving along at definitely faster than a monthly pace. But it was cool. Cool title. I forgot about Animosity. Yeah, no, wonderful stuff this week. So much to talk about. We had plenty to talk about. Well, if there's anything we forgot about that we're going to read, you'll know about it when you tune into episode number 12. Meanwhile, this has been episode number 11. Last episode of the year, man.
It is.
It is. It's been fun.
It has been.
It's our first podcast. So, hit us up, everybody, on the social medias. I think by the time the clock ticks over, that'll still be a thing. I don't think we're going to get Y2K 2019 or anything weird.
I don't think so.
No, I think technology will still exist.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
If not, we got books.
That's what books are for.
Yep.
So yeah, hit us up on Twitter at Cheers to Comics. If you're creating comics, don't stop. Hit us up and let us know.
Yeah, if you're writing a comic, we want to read it. Let us know.
Shout. What else? Facebook. just Facebook us on the Cheers to Comics thing. We post
Yep.
stuff on there. You'll get like inside pictures of Inside Cerebro and all of that good stuff. Patreon. Subscribe on Patreon. We incentivize it. $1 a month will buy you a beer if you could find us. But we'll, as the podcast goes on, we'll drop more and more hints of our whereabouts. We'll let you know where we are and when at certain points.
We're working on ideas for more content to throw into Patreon as well.
Yeah, we're definitely going to expand a lot of things. Like, ideas are always flowing. This is our first podcast. So, yeah, there's lots of things being worked out. But in the meantime, anybody that's listened to the first double-digit episodes, we can call them issues, fuck it.
Why not?
Of the Cheers to Comics podcast, like, we thank you, and highly, highly appreciate you.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you know that going into the new year, we are going to continue to deliver content in the best manner possible, and, yeah. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to plug or anything like that.
But if you have any comments, any questions, any concerns, or criticisms, let us know. We want to hear from you.
Seriously, we ain't afraid of no trolls. Anyways, shout out to all the amazing, amazing creators of the year,
Definitely.
titles, number ones, all of that good stuff. Even color artists. We didn't really... I guess we could have given a color artist shout out. I'm going to go ahead and say, off the top of my head, Rachel Rosenberg with Uncanny X-Men killed it. That's what I'm going to end it with.
Afu Chan off the top of my head on Outer Darkness.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Alright, so bam. We didn't forget not a goddamn thing. Y'all make sure you read responsibly. Don't do anything stupid this new year. Hopefully public transportation is free like it is in Denver.
Yep.
Take a fucking Uber. Read responsibly, fuckers. See ya next episode.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.